Hello everyone, and welcome to this series of Tai Chi and Qigong based movement meditations. Quickly by way of introduction, my name is Teek. These movements come from my instructor. Her name is Cheng Ai Ping. She's very well versed in a variety of different disciplines of Tai Chi, Chen style, Yang style. She taught me a variety of both traditional and modern forms of Chinese martial arts, specifically with the Wudang influence. That's a little bit about the background. What we're going to be doing with these series of movements is basically getting very grounded, very centered, and we're working toward a sense of fluidity with these movements, a sense of fluency with the body. So if you have an analogy with learning an instrument, the first few movements are going to be very foundational, with learning like the fretboard, the basics of the structure, and we're going to hopefully get to a point of being able to jam, being able to more loosely just move and have an instantaneous mind-body connection. Whatever it is you're trying to express or demonstrate, whatever you can imagine through your mind, we're going to want to be able to let that come out through the body freely and harmoniously. So that all begins with getting grounded and doing a little bit of breath work. And we're going to work in this first session. These are going to be in groups of 3, these videos. First, we're going to look at posture, this next 5 minutes. Following that, we're going to do a little bit of weight distribution, practicing sending the weight back and forth from left over here to right over here. Eventually get into some hip rotation, which can then lead into a variety of hand movements. And we're essentially going to be working from the ground up. So just getting grounded, getting comfortable in this space, getting the breath to relax, getting the whole body to sink down, getting your whole consciousness to sink down into your body. And from there, building up step by step until, as I say, we have a variety of more free-flowing movements. You can put some more intensity into it later, or we're going to build it up little by little. First off, we're going to cover the posture. The basic Tai Chi internal Chinese martial art posture that you're going to see over and over again is going to be with the knees bent. And what's very important here is to focus on the tailbone. We're going to try and tuck the tailbone slightly under this way. So the first step is to have the weight distributed evenly between the left and right foot. Going to bend the knees. And then second step, tuck in the tailbone. This is going to engage the core just a little bit. And we don't want to be tight, you don't want to be tense to the point that you're interrupting the flow through your body, the flow of blood, of liquid, of signals, of electricity. You want to be relaxed, but at the same time still maintaining a structure. So just a little bit of engagement in the abdominals. So step 1, knees bent. Step 2, tailbone tucked under, engaging the core here slightly to form a nice contained structure, have this nice container for the breath. And finally, you're going to envision a string at the top of your head, at the crown of your head. So we come here, weight distributed evenly between both feet flat on the floor. Step 1 is to bend the knees slightly. Next, tuck the tailbone under. Finally, picture a string at the crown of the head, lifting the body up. And this is going to come in useful as we get into breathing. When we do our inhale, you want to really picture that string lifting you up. When you're ready to release the breath and exhale, the whole body sinks down. It's like the string slackens, whole body falls. So we've got inhaling and rising up, the string pulls you up. Exhaling and sinking down. But the whole time you're doing that, we're maintaining these 3 principles of the posture. Knees slightly bent, tailbone tucked under, so the core is engaged. And then the tip of the head, the crown of the head, directed upward. And again, when you come down, you can think of that same string or a partner string, a sister string, at the base of your perineum, at the base of your spine, that pulls back down. This nice up and down movement. On the inhale, the whole body lifts up as though being pulled from the crown of the head upward. On the exhale, everything gets rooted and sinks down. The tailbone here just pulls straight down to the ground. Trying to really get this whole body movement on each breath, each inhale and exhale. And that's our 4-minute, 30-second mark. So we're going to wrap this up. Keep each of these videos to about 5 minutes. You can consult them anytime. But again, the basic precepts of the posture that we're going to have. Feet are going to be oriented forward, flat on the ground. And step 1 is to bend the knees. Step 2, tuck in the tailbone. And step 3, let the crown of the head lift. So on each inhale, whole body rises up. On each exhale, whole body sinks down. Now that we're settled, you have there's basic precepts of this structure. Try and maintain it throughout the day. If you're walking, you're waiting in line for food or whatever it is, rather than just standing all the weight on one leg or this, do a body scan and see if you can shift the weight back to 50-50. Half the weight on your left leg, half the weight on your right leg. And then just tucking the tailbone a little bit to keep this engagement, and then always picturing the top of the head, the crown of the head pulled up, so you're not leaning, getting your weight where, off balance. Nice centered structure. So there we have a little of the basics of the posture, the fundamentals you can carry with you with any movement that it is that you're going to cover. And from here, we're going to just move on in the next session to some weight distribution, sending the weight from one foot to the other, from the left foot over here to the right. So I hope this has been helpful. See you on the next session.